going?
Let's do it.
Who's going?
Guys are back. They haven't kicked us off the air, and I think we solved the sound issues. So, welcome to another episode of Tavern Talk with Teddy. This is Greg.
I'm
That's
Teddy,
Teddy.
baby, yeah.
This is Brandon.
That's all.
So,
You go.
you got it, Brad. You're the host, right? You know the job of the host.
Yeah, you got it.
Make sure we're all clear. Okay.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the episode, unbeknownst to me, Teddy decided he wanted to have a guest on this week. Didn't clear that or run that by me. So, thankfully, because of Brandon around, Brandon, integral member of the team that won the championship for St. Richie's. That's about it.
I know, but you know,
But he did play. That was also
the main squad here.
he was.
That's me.
That's Nicky's ass.
Yeah.
That was the jersey we made up for team for the season. It lasted for half a season, and the reason we made that team was because Nick was going to come back and play, and then Nick bailed on the team probably 3 games into the season. So there's that. But yeah, so we bring him on today, talk a little hockey talk, and then Brandon, for a little bit of his career, was a amateur wrestler. He was eating super kicks
Yes.
and also DDTing a lot of people. So we're going to talk about that. A little wrestle talk in there, kind of see what it was like, kind of the trials and tribulations of Damon Dark, his stage name. And,
I didn't know that. That was your stage name?
Yeah, Damon Dark.
That is funky, man. I do enjoy that name. That is awesome.
Damon Dark was my stage name, and he was from the catacombs of Paris.
Okay. Already
So
there.
he was like, a demon type character.
Right.
We'll cover that a bit. Before we get started, do we like the Jaeger jersey?
Dude, when you came down with it, it really shocked me, man. It's got a lot going on. The colors are beautiful. It's just got everything what I like in a jersey, for sure.
Forget the number. What's the number on the back?
I think it's 56.
56. That was no. Was that Claude Giroux's original number or 58?
I think it was 58.
58.
Is that just a random number on that jersey?
Yeah, that was just what Jaeger, when I guess they made it. I guess that's something there. I know the negative 18 degrees Celsius on here.
That's a nice little thing on that.
That's how you should be drinking the Jaeger. That's the temperature they say you should drink it at.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so little fun fact there. I don't know if that's true or not. I just made that up.
Oh, well, you should have just went with it. It sounded right.
Yeah, we're big on the cold Jaeger. You can't drink Jaeger warm.
I mean, I don't really like to drink it, but if I were to drink it, hopefully it would be cold.
Does anyone really like to drink it though?
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people do like it, though.
It's terrible.
Oh, yeah, I agree with it, but I think there's a lot of weirdos that do love their Jaeger. Like Jaeger bombs is a big drink.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just have flashbacks to when I was drinking a lot of Jaeger when from like the start of 2018 to like March 2018 when it was like Eagles playoffs, Eagles Super Bowl, because we'd all go to Tavern on Broad when we got that work.
Shout out to Tavern on Broad.
R.I.P. Tavern on
That was
Broad.
a banger.
Great time, and we would just drink a lot of Jaeger.
I feel like the Basement Tavern really emulates what the Tavern on Broad was. You know what I mean? Had that basement tavern vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tavern on Broad.
And we would just drink a lot of Jaeger. And by the time I went back there in like May to try it again, I almost threw up. I got really sick because I was just like, "Wow, this actually isn't good." I just drank a lot at one point in time. So that's the Jaeger talk. We've been going at it for a bit with the drinks tonight. Late start. It is a Friday night. Sitting here around 11:30. So this should be a fun one. I don't really know if it's going to be good or bad. Hopefully the sound's better. We're not really making too many promises.
Well, I think that's the big issue that we wanted to survive was the sound quality, right? Was really bad for the first two. So I got my own mic. You got a mic. I think this should be a lot better episode.
We're going to share a mic. I'm just hoping Nicky, Teddy remembers to keep close to the mic and doesn't start.
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well.
I'm waiting to go back and edit this and just hear the heavy breathing. That's what I'm waiting for.
Now I'm thinking about breathing, dude.
So now, we real quick, I was on my phone trying to figure it out. Claude Giroux's original number with the Flyers before he became 28 was 56.
It's a weird number, man.
So the question I have for you guys is, when he's on the Avalanche in a few weeks, is he going to wear number 56 or 28?
I think he should definitely change his number, but definitely not to 56 or 58,
No,
whatever.
56, okay.
Yeah. Now, what are your takes on a number? Do you value a number like when you're on a hockey team?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Number 9 is always my number. I can't have another number. It's just weird.
That's your number. Yeah.
It's just been my number through every single like.
Now, why is that? Is it a hockey player that you wanted to play like, or it's just?
It was just a number above Ovechkin.
Okay.
It was like every single sport I played, I've always had number 9, except like my first 2 years in high school when I played baseball was 18. The only reason why I picked 18 was because 9 plus 9 is 18.
Okay, doing some little math there. I like it for sure. But I always take a lot of value in the number. Like when I do it, it's like, dude, I hate when guys are just like, they just want, just give me any number. Like, what are you, crazy? I'm like, that's your number. Like, you're going to be wearing it. You know what I mean? You're going to be playing in it. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. I hate that.
Yeah, it's just weird. I've always had a fascination with the number 9 for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a cool number.
I mean, I agree with Brandon here, where pick a number, you got to stick with it. 55 became my number when I finished high school, just because it was Nick Cronwell, and then Nick was like, yo, that's a big number for defenseman. That's a good idea. That's why I stuck with that. You want to talk about a guy who doesn't value his number. It's this man over there. Good old Teddy. Teddy bounces around. One season he's 20, winning goalies. Then he's like, I'm playing now, I'm 16. I'll be 91 this year. Maybe 90.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 16.
33.
Yeah, he's just all over the board.
I like to change it up. I mean, if I'm going to play out, I like to just find the number that, I haven't worked. So, I wore 20 for a long time in my career. So when I'm playing out, I like to change it up and, wear, crazy numbers.
On that note, tell us about wrestling. I'm just kidding. So, the idea is here, we're going to talk to Brandon, just get an idea of what it was like, him kind of just, because I think about it, as kids, we all watched at some point growing up wrestling. At some point, everyone watched it. So people still watch it now. Really, it doesn't matter. It's a soap opera of its own kind, just live television at that point. It's like a big moving storyline anymore. But you had some questions you wanted to ask.
Yeah, so what made you get into wrestling? Were you always a big fan and you wanted to just like go crazy and do crazy moves, or what was your backstory on that?
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my grandfather had it on, and I just got obsessed with it. I think it was the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian. They had a ladder match at WrestleMania, and I saw Jeff Hardy jumping off the top of ladders, and the Dudley Boys just 3D'ing people through tables, and I had to do it.
You had to do it.
I had to do it. So it was just, for me, it was just like, you just got to do it or just regret never doing it.
Right. Now, how long did your career last?
It was about 2.5 years.
Okay.
And it was brutal. I will say that. It was very brutal. People think it's fake. People think it's fake chairs.
So you really get hit with a chair?
Absolutely, yeah.
There's no fake padding or something on the chair?
No, I could show you how to get hit with a chair if you wanted to, but it's a lot more brutal than what people take it for. Like, you're throwing your grown adult body at the ground for fun.
Right, into another person.
It's literally like a car accident every single time.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Now, were you, when you were wrestling, did you ever, jump off the ropes and do, the high-flying
Not
attack?
really. I was more of a striker type of guy. Like, I like to throw a lot of kicks and elbows and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm the smaller end of a person. I'm not a ginormous person by any means. And the people that I would wrestle were always bigger than me. There was always random times where I would get a guy smaller than me or something along those lines. And it's just, you have to figure out a way to make your moves look believable, that you can do it to these people without making it look ridiculous.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to be lifting up a 300-pound man.
Right.
That's
So you had to make moves that would kind of make sense or look, legitimate.
Yeah.
Now, how did it work if you were set up to wrestle somebody? Now, did you use like pre-wrestle before, or you just go in the ring? Is there anything scripted, or?
The only thing scripted is the storylines to wrestling. Everything else,
like you can the match or something?
You can talk about it. Like you could talk about the match, like things that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But say you have, let's say 15 minutes. That's like a basic time limit that they give you. And you have to figure out a beginning, you have to figure out a middle, and you have to figure out an end. The most important parts are the middle and the end. You get all your little stuff in the beginning, and then you get your big moves in towards the end. And you just really cover that while you're in the thing, but other than that, you just go off the cuff.
Now, when you say figure it out during the match, like you're just kind of feeling it out, or is it already like you kind of have an idea of what you are both doing?
I mean,
it's just like you're feeling it out.
Some people like to have it figured out before the match.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll talk to each other in the locker room. And some people like that way because in their brain, I guess, it just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I was more of a guy that just won in the ring and just figured it out. Like, I can't... Like, I could do the whole thing before, but it was always weird when... Like, because you could forget a spot. You could forget what you're supposed to do here, forget what you're supposed to do there, and I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like just making it up as we go.
Now, how's it work, like do you know who's going to win in the match? Because so you know.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like a storyline. So it's built up, and you kind of just fill it out during the match, like how it's going to play out.
It's just a big, like the promoter will tell you, they'll put the match card up, and they'll tell you beforehand, listen, this is what I want. This is who's going to win the match. There you go. This is the time limit.
So that's how like the pros are like too.
Yes.
In pro wrestling, so they know who's going to win, and it's just, I guess they find a character that they like and kind of just make him, be like The Rock at that time, or Steve Austin.
For me, it was me and this kid Vinny, which he still wrestles now, wrestles for CZW, and at the time he was 16, and I was like, what, 23?
So you
along that lines? No, it was the other way around, because dude is humongous.
He's a big boy.
He is jacked. He's always been jacked. I don't know what it is, but
taking those stab rolls.
He's a large man. It's crazy because recently he had a tryout with the WWE.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he didn't make it, but I'm sure he will be there one day.
Now, how does that work? Like, would you want to, did you ever want to go to the WWE? Or
absolutely, every kid does.
Right. So how do you, get to that point? Do you have to do so many matches?
You literally just have to take opportunities and just make the best of it. Make sure you stick out.
You need, an agent, right, to get you...
Not really, no. It's just a lot of people book through, emails. They'll Instagram message you. They'll text you if they get your number somehow. I don't know, but... It's just a matter of, you have to basically get yourself out there, get yourself known and recognized.
Now, where were you wrestling at? Where does this take place, these events?
Okay, so I started training in ECWA. It was based in New Jersey. It was, I forget exactly where in New Jersey, but it wasn't too far. It was 20 minutes away. And then I would wrestle in Atlantic City, I would wrestle in Delaware, I would wrestle in all these different places.
Did you wrestle at Dock or Newman, one of the high schools?
I wrestled in Newman.
Yeah. Is that when you went? Didn't you go to
We went to the one in Newman and went to the one in
Jersey. Yeah, that was my first one. But
then how was your experience, Greg, watching that? Did you, enjoy it?
It was interesting. Obviously. Great watching him wrestle.
Yeah. Was it weird though seeing him wrestle in that?
It was not weird, but it was almost surreal when you think about it, because you're you watch this growing up. I mean, we mess around and do it over here all the time,
right?
Play wrestle, whatever, just try different stuff out. This man was tossed around. Maddie got tossed around a lot too. I never did. It was great. But.
Can we bring up the time that you speared Matt through the door down here?
Down here?
Oh, shit. Through the back door back there? we were having the match, right?
What's up, player?
We were having the match, like mess around match. We put YouTube on the TV, made came out entrance videos.
Oh, you was there messing around.
Oh, we did the whole night.
Yeah.
And this dude has me lined up for a spear. And I don't know how I did it. I jumped over him when he was running at me. In his face, like
Full splits jump.
No, and how old were you doing this?
I don't
It was
know.
last week.
I don't know.
I kind of
like 12,
10,
15
15
years
I
ago.
kind of believed you for a second.
Yeah, it was
a while ago.
ridiculous, but
So he
jumps over this man. I don't know how I did it. I like folded my body so I didn't put my head through the ceiling. He goes under me full speed and puts this dude through the door.
Wow.
And Matt's freaking out. He's like, "We're gonna get in so much trouble. What are we gonna
You
do?"
broke the door? Went through
Oh
the-
yeah, the door was
Off the
Matt
hinges.
was down. The door was down. And I'm just like, I can put it back on. It's not that big a deal. You just screw it back on. And then it was incredible. Like, thinking about it now, we probably should have gotten in a lot of trouble. We actually did.
Yeah, no, that is awesome though. You love to mess around and break some things. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Your horse playing.
But that was the cool thing. Was like thinking like, wow, that was what we were doing like 15 years ago, and now you fast forward 10 years,
Right, and now he's actually
and he's shut him in the ring,
yeah.
spearing dudes, eat super kicks. That was always it. I got that
So
video.
you got a lot of kicks to the face.
Yeah.
He did get that one kick to the face of a video, but
So you got Sweet Chin music.
Yeah.
did you?
Did you ever do a Sweet Chin music?
That match in Jersey was the first. Was that your debut?
Yes.
You were your debut?
No.
Triple threat, right?
Yes.
So how many matches did you win? You don't know. It's not. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
There's no record.
I just remember because we were there, and I remember the triple threat. I remember how it ended. But it was really cool to watch, and you could tell like you're going out there, and all of it's real. You're hearing these dudes hitting like they're hitting.
So you're really like punching, or is it like?
Alright, so this is what they tell you in training, and you basically have to go off of it because what they tell you is the truth. So there's ways to pull your punches in wrestling and not hurt the other guy or whatever, but if you're wrestling in front of because I wrestled in front of 5 people before. If you're wrestling in front of 5 people in a room, you're really going to hit the other guy. You got to make it as real as possible.
Right.
So like, say me and you are going at it, there's 5 people in the room, and I throw a punch, and it looks like I completely missed you. Everybody's out of it. Nobody's gonna like it. Nobody's gonna be into it. Nobody's gonna do anything. So like, me and this kid, Vinny, we would have matches on these like little school shows, these academy shows they call them, and we were having Extreme Rules matches. We did every type of match you could probably think of in front of like 10 people, and we're beating the absolute life out of each other.
Are we talking like chairs or just?
Oh yeah, chairs, kendo sticks.
Oh,
I got body slammed
tables.
on a board that had staples in it. I didn't know it had staples in it until I got body slammed on it. And that was outside of the ring. So that felt very pretty.
Yeah, sure.
But
That
it was
lovely.
just like, it takes a toll on you more than what people give it credit for, and I think that's ridiculous that people say it's fake, maybe because they do it so often.
Well, I think when people say that, I think what they're trying to say is like the punching is fake and the kicking is fake. Like you're not landing it on.
Oh no, I'm kicking you in the face.
So you're really getting kicked in the face.
Yes, absolutely.
But I think the punches are kind of.
On
fake.
TV, yes.
TV, yeah.
Because you're in front of thousands of people, they can't hear anything that you say to each other in the ring.
Us dudes are talking, doing
Yeah, you talk during the match to make sure, say like you don't have anything planned, you can, like there's rest spots. Like when I have a guy in headlock, I have him in headlock, I'm making it seem like I'm ripping his head off, and then I lean down and try to get it, like look like I'm getting into it. But then that's when I'll say, this is what we're doing next.
Wow, that's pretty, I didn't know all this stuff.
And then that's what happens. So say I have Greg in a headlock, I'll have him down, I'll look like I'm really getting into it, and I'll just tell him in his ear, listen, get up, elbow me in the stomach, and do whatever you need to do, I'll do whatever.
That's just thinking about that is so funny because you just have to think of something so fast and tell him, and he's like, all right, let's do it. And then you like break huddle. It's like almost like you're playing football.
It literally,
you huddle up, make a play.
It literally comes with experience. So I will say that in the beginning, I didn't know anything about anything, like where I should put things, what I should do. I had no.
Yeah, so let's talk about like your first match. Like, what was going through your head, or how were you feeling? What was going on?
Alright, so my first match, I get there. We had to help set up the ring because when you're new, that's what you got to do. You got to help set up the show, whatever, pay your dues, whatever they say. But
It's like the pop at the end of a...
yeah. Dude, I hated that. That's the worst. Nah.
Anyway.
But it's just like you help set up the show, whatever. You go in the back, and then you have all these dudes that are just like bigger than life, huge guys that have been up and down wherever. And you have all these guys, and you're very intimidated. It's literally like walking into like, say you're going to be in like the Arnold Classic for like a bodybuilding competition, and you're the smallest guy.
Yeah, everyone's just like...
Yeah, everyone's like a behemoth, a monster, and they're just like, what's up?
Probably on steroids.
Oh, probably. I have no clue, but...
I'm pro steroids. I love it.
I figured that after the way you started.
After the way you started the show, I kind of figured that.
Like even I don't want to get off topic, but like with the whole thing with Barry Bonds, like not getting the Hall of Fame and Roger Clemens because they took steroids.
You would be.
And I'm like, I'm so pro steroids. Like, why can't we put them into the Hall of Fame? Who cares if they took steroids?
I'm going to say this about...
But now, how do you feel about steroids?
The steroid era saved baseball.
That's what I'm saying. It was the best time in baseball.
You have Mark McGuire,
Yeah, dude, just crushing them
all
up.
these dudes putting these balls 500.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me that doesn't save baseball, you should be in the Hall of
He
Fame.
should be in the Hall of Fame.
Peter Rose should also be in the Hall of Fame, too.
Yeah, I mean, just because he gambled, it's like, come on, dude.
Michael Jordan gambled every day of his life. He's still the greatest basketball player of
Right.
all time.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I just really mad about that. I'm sorry.
Your first match. First match.
Bring it back to the match.
Nervous as hell. I'm like I can't even, I'm shaking before my match. It's ridiculous because it's the first time I'm doing this in front of people. There was like at least 500 people on this shit.
Wait, there was 500 people the first time?
At least 500 people.
What the hell?
We were some of them.
It was
Oh,
nerve-wracking.
dude, that's insane.
It was
And it's
awesome.
like, I have to go out here in spandex.
Yeah, so what were you wearing? Did you have
I wore
like
like long spandex pants with like kick pads and knee pads. That was really it. And a hoodie. But I was like, I came out and I took it off.
Oh, so no shirt.
No.
This
Yeah.
man also
It's great because in wrestling there's faces and there's heels. Face is the good guy, heels is the bad guy. Damon Dark was in the catacombs of Tyree, and this man was very much a heel. And he'll get to it in the match, but the way he set up for it,
it was a thing of beauty.
And the first time we ever went out, they introduced us by our actual names, not ring names or anything that we had made up. And we were all like a week before, like, what should we be called? What should we come out to? We have no clue. And then day of, they tell you you're coming out to your regular name. You're coming out to the promotions theme song, which was
So you didn't even pick up anything?
no, it was ridiculous. And so anyway, we do the match. The one kid goes out first, I come out second, and the other kid comes out last. And what I would do on my entrance is just go straight to the corner in the ring and just sit down. Just like an idiot. It was so funny. Now that I think about it, but I'm just like sitting there chilling, looking pissed off at all times.
So that was the intro.
Yeah, that was just like how I would go into it. And then I remember the one kid, the kid Vinny that I would wrestle a lot. He was like golden boy, top kid, whatever. And he went to the other kid, tried to shake his hand. He smacked his hand away. He went up to me, tried to shake my hand. I kicked his hand out. I got up, took the hoodie off, and then me and this other kid just beat the crap out of him. Beat the crap out of him, threw him out of the ring. And then I beat the crap out of him, and it was just back and forth. I remember how it ended more than I remember anything during the match. And it's weird when I watch it back, 'cause I have no recollection of doing any of this. I was just blacked out in the ring, and I did whatever I remembered that I had to do. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I remember this kid throws me in the corner. I push myself up, push my feet up, call it up and over, because the kid goes underneath normally. Instead of going underneath, he super kicks me in the face while I'm in the air, upside down, about to jump over him.
Get the hell out.
Super kicks me in the face, I fall out, and the other kid comes in, does his finisher, it's over.
Whoa.
And then after the match, I was on so much adrenaline, I was shaking, and then after the match, I felt that I rolled my ankle somehow, and my ankle was the size of a softball. It was ridiculous.
That was our first match.
and then after I was like, I need Wendy's.
I'm a big Wendy's guy.
And as we had to, we had agreement. After he did his first match, the big thing was Triple H, who my favorite wrestler, got me in the fitness and everything. He would, whenever he worked with whenever he would work with so all of his new talent that he would bring into their developmental company with WWE and NXT, that was the AHL of WWE, where so you get these guys working, get them up running into the show. And anyone that made it to the show and won a championship, debuted, or won their first match, he would take a picture, arm around them, and he would point at them. So of course, match is over. They do a debrief, whatever comes out. If the show's over, we get a picture.
Right.
I have a Triple H shirt on. Set up, I got the point going for it. It was great. Didn't have the suit on though. Figured that was a little too much, but he did get his official Triple H picture, but with me.
Nice. So. Now, did you have the long hair and you're giddy up now?
I will post a picture to Instagram so we can see.
Yeah, we should check that out.
So because we got a few pictures we can post this between his hockey and his wrestling career.
Yeah, we'll put up some pics.
Now, you mentioned the entrance music. You didn't come out to yours for that. What was your theme when you would come out?
It's called Come and Get It by I Prevail. It's like a very dark metalish song because it was just basically saying because Kid Vinny was the top kid, always treated that way, probably still is to be honest, and he deservedly so.
He's still wrestling?
Yeah, puts in a lot of work. Dude is 800 times the size that he is, or was back then than now, and they treated him like a golden boy, but in the song it said, I'm the headline.
Because you were letting them know that
to me, I always thought I was the better wrestler.
Right. Yeah. Now, how come you stopped?
Life, man. Honestly, life. I started at 23. I stopped when I was 25, almost 26. It's a lot. It's a lot. You don't make any money.
That was my next question. Do you make any money?
You really don't. It depends on the promotion. And if you have merch and stuff like that, that's really where you make most of your money from, is if you have t-shirts and all these things, and you sell your t-shirts and you sell them well, then you're making money. But honestly, I would go to shows and they would say, okay, thank you, and handshake, and you're gone.
And that's it?
That's it. No money, no nothing.
You go home?
Every now and then, you would handshake $20, $10.
Jesus, God.
It costs money to
now,
get to these events.
How many matches did you play?
I wrestled every week.
Every week, okay.
Every week.
So you put a lot of time into it.
Yeah, I would train Tuesday, Wednesday. I would wrestle the little school shows on Thursdays. And then every month there was one big show that I would wrestle on Saturdays. Either one, maybe two or three. But it wouldn't be on a Saturday, or it would be on a Saturday, it would just be for a different person. But it's just you make no money doing this. You have to genuinely...
Yeah, that sucks because you're putting all this time and all this work and you get nothing out of it. I'm sure it's enjoyable when you perform.
Oh, absolutely. But there's nothing like being in the ring.
Yeah, it's probably crazy.
I miss it to this day. My body doesn't miss it, but I miss it. And... it's just, you have to really love wrestling.
That's how I feel with hockey, man.
To continue to go through that and no money, no nothing, no exposure, no anything.
Now, will you ever go back?
I think about it, and then my knees tell me no.
Wow, you're an old man, bro.
Dude, I feel everything now. Like, ever since I stopped doing it, I would never feel a thing when I did it. Maybe like I feel it for like a week or two, but like ever since I stopped doing it, I feel everything now. I feel the cold a lot more. My joints lock up so much, just from your knees slamming on the mat every day. And it's a lot. And I only did that for 2 years, so imagine these dudes that are out here doing this for 16, 20 years.
What was it? The Undertaker did, was that 30 years?
Oh my God.
I think it was like 30 years.
Way past like you should have.
So it's like, how did they do it that long?
Honestly, well, you're the Undertaker, you're getting taken care of. But like for
Yeah,
a
but
guy
you're still
that's like nobody, I don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. You have to like genuinely take care of your body to do this.
Yeah, but then also you need money to do that. And if you're not getting paid, it's like, how does it, you know what I mean?
Like, I know one guy.
I feel like you have to be a big personality for wrestling. Like, if you're a big personality, people like you, you could jump up on the ranks.
Absolutely. It's either that or people have to enjoy your matches. Like
you gotta do crazy shit.
People enjoyed me because I didn't care. I just went in there and beat the crap out of whoever I was in the ring with. It didn't matter if I won or lost. I just went in there and
you gave them the business.
Kick people in the face. I did whatever I had to do. Cheated.
Now, what was your finisher?
I used to do a curb stomp where a guy would be on all fours and I would stop it.
Oh, damn.
And then towards the end, I changed it, and I would have the guy from behind and hold his left arm with my left arm, spin him out, and kick him in the head.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that was I like that a lot better.
What did Rollins do?
Rollins did the knee.
He did the knee, right?
Yeah, he did the same thing but with a knee. And my two favorite wrestlers currently are Seth Rollins and his name's Malachi Black now. So basically, put his both of their finishers together and made.
And that was yours.
Yeah.
Sweet. I wish you were still wrestling so I could see you. Now I'm getting all pumped up and I want to watch you.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. You don't want to see it.
Do we have videos though?
I do have.
Oh, okay, I'm going to check them out.
We can get those up. Now, you're getting pumped up.
Oh yeah. So that's yeah.
So before we get to that,
Okay.
I want to ask one more question. And this is for all of us. We can all answer this.
Okay.
Watch your head. So you had your song. Now, would that be the song you would keep? Like, let's say you go back to wrestling tomorrow. That's the entrance song you played.
No.
Okay. So now, that's what I want to ask you guys. I want you to think about this. I can go first. That way, I can give you guys some time to answer this question. You signed a contract with the biggest promotion for wrestling right now. Well, with WWE, because they are still the biggest. You're told you got to go out to the crowd, and you got to go out to a song. What is your entrance song? What song are you going out to? So, I'll go first. Metal guy, obviously. So I'm going to give two options. Two options that I would have. It'd be Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolls, or Motorhead's cover of Symphony for the Devil.
Oh, okay.
Because, again, Triple H, favorite wrestler, kid to now. Motorhead was his band that made his theme for the game and for King of Kings. So I got to keep that Motorhead.
Time to play the game.
Yeah, so I mean, that was it. I'm going Symphony for the Devil.
That was really nerd. Time to play the game.
That would be mine. Symphony for the Devil or For Whom the Bell Tolls, Metallica. So, who do you got?
I'd probably do Cashmere by Led Zeppelin. I do a little. I come off Chase Utley.
A little Chase Utley.
I
like it. Okay.
Because I was going to do something like R&B, but I don't think that fits.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. But I think that's a good fit for me.
So, Hook's got a Hook, the guy on another promotion. Action Bronson made his song.
Oh, wow.
So, R&B's right there.
Send Hook. I really have no clue what I've come out to now. Just because now, I used to be into metal like heavy, but now I'm just all over the board. I listen to everything. So it's kind of hard to pick a song. I would probably pick another metal song just because that makes me want to.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the area you want to go for wrestling. Because it's like you want to come out, you're running, you're like,
I really want to run through a wall.
Yeah.
Especially with heels.
Yeah, just because it's just very dark and it's fast.
gets the body moving.
It's heart pumping.
Yeah.
Probably. I'd probably say Gasoline by Rivera. That's a good one.
Is that the Spanish song?
No.
Gasoline.
That's by Daddy.
Sorry.
If I was playing what every single Puerto Rican character was in the entire
Gasolina. Yeah.
I would probably pick that.
That's a bad
Actually, there was a guy that came out to that, and he wore like an entire Puerto Rican outfit. It was incredible.
How come you never went the Puerto Rican route with it?
Just because that's so typical.
Yeah, but you could have did it cool, like you could have used the red stereo mask, or you could have had your own mask.
That's not even, that's completely different.
What do you mean?
He's Mexican.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's lucha wrestling.
But I don't look like your average Puerto Rican dude either. I'm pretty pale considered everything that they're normally all darker and have a heavy Puerto Rican accent.
But it's funny, I feel like him and Rags looks like each other. he's our knockoff version of Rags.
The Walmart version of Rags.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Did we just compliment Rags or no?
I don't know. I think we did. We just shit on Brandon. I think he just shit on himself. He joined in.
I have to.
Alright, let's fucking try these beers while we're here.
It's
Crack open the Stone Cold.
anyone end on with the wrestling around beers?
Wrestling wise, I miss it. Wish I could do it again, but absolutely not.
And you're fully retired, right?
I might come out of retirement.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, you always got to keep it open.
I'm gonna say maybe yes.
Okay.
Fully retired.
All right. So we're doing a little review on the Broken Skull IPA, Stone Cold beer. So we figured if we're gonna review it, we gotta do it with the one and only wrestler of the crew.
Yeah.
Also, this is a live podcast, right? We have audience today. And he's going to be trying one too. We got Tyree in the crowd. And he's going to be in here drinking a Broken Skull IPA too, since we had four. So he'll be hopping in the review to give us a review on what he thinks about it. So we're going to crack these bad boys open. Stone Cold. You all know them. You all love them.
Are we doing that?
We're not. We're not clanging the beers, Nick. We are not clanging the beers. Did you want your glass back? Cool. Audio listeners, probably not going to carry over right now too well, so just bear with us here. But yeah, we're all going to try it. You guys keep drinking. I'll eventually get to it.
Oh, you're not.
I'm gonna let you guys go. I can at least
So,
vote.
what are you drinking?
I'm gonna have it. I want to explain. No, I want to explain what
the
beer is. You guys can drink it. That way, there's no dead air time going on. Really sitting well with this, Nick. Yeah. So it's Broken Skull IPA, 6.7%.
Hell yeah.
California-based brewery. We got a hell yes for it, so that's pretty good.
Groovy, man.
Yeah, let's do a quick run through, Brett. We'll let the wrestler of the crew. Before we go, you ever stunner someone?
Yes.
How was it?
Incredible. But it wasn't the Stone Cold stunner. What I would do is I would have him in a stunner position, run off the second rope, spin out to the middle of the ring, and then land the stunner.
I dig it.
It was incredible. It felt, there's no feeling like it.
Now, big question. Did they sell it like The Rock sells it?
Absolutely not.
Can anyone sell it
Let me
like
get
The
the
Rock
people's
sells it?
elbow.
Absolutely not.
Do you smell what the Rock's cooking?
We smell a lot of other stuff. So no. I don't know what The Rock's cooking right now. All right, on that note, now we got our answer with the stunners. You're going to start the review. What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy this. It's pretty decent. I don't really know how to describe and review a beer. I enjoy it. It's refreshing and it tastes nice.
All we want was the honest answer, the honest feelings. We got the brewmaster over here. He'll be able to break it down for us, what we're actually looking for, because I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I think it's a classic IPA. It's very crisp. The hops are groovy. They're jumping up and down, and They give you a really good taste. There's a really good aroma too on the beer. I'm really digging this. Let's rate it. Let's give it a number here. 1 out of 10. What do you want to? Did you sip it yet?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
You're going to start?
No. What do you think about it? What are you tasting?
Not a big IPA guy at all.
Oh, really?
Not an IPA guy.
Oh, shit. I thought you did like that.
No, but for Stone Cold, I look like an IPA.
Yeah, you do.
I look like an IPA guy.
The dirty
Yeah.
hipster look.
Yeah, no, it's please far from it. Give me a shot of Jack and a Mick Ultra. We're good to go. I gotta say it's pretty good. I couldn't drink a lot of them, but I can sit there and have like 1 or 2 of these.
It's a nice full beer.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but yeah.
It's full. It's full in taste and aroma.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, we got that. If I had to rate it, and this is not in any way disrespectful, Stone Cold would appreciate this one.
Okay.
I gotta say a 3.16 out of 10.
Whoa.
Because
bro.
see, he doesn't get it. That's why.
What?
Austin,
I got you. All right,
Austin 316 just said, I just whooped your
Bro,
ass.
it takes me a while to get these jokes, but I got them, bro. Dude, that's a great rate, bro. It's really good.
Out of 10, I'm giving it a solid 8.
Solid 8. Flat 8. Yeah, you know what? I'm in that area. I'd probably do an 8.4. It's a solid IPA. I think it's very good.
It also has an American lager coming out soon.
Yes, I got a double IPA that I'm brewing soon. Yeah.
I was talking about the guy that whooped your ass. Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass.
He got me. What? All this wrestling.
1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, 4 beers, and a can of whoop ass.
Oh shit. What? Fuck yeah.
What?
Hit him with it, man.
Hold on. We got one more. Terry, give us your thoughts. Got the mic.
Let's go, Tyree. Come on.
I give it 8 out of 10. It's a nice move. Like Nick said, it has a nice aroma to it. And I can see myself, sitting at home, drinking a couple of these, and enjoying it.
Yeah, I could grip it up. Yeah. It's a nice grip up here.
Also, quick plug.
Go for it.
You're a streamer. Throw it out there.
Come on, don't be shy.
Come on, throw the stream out there.
For those who watch the stream, you can find me at xshowtime_FAH on Twitch. I do stream horror games and variety, if anyone's interested in it.
And come into the picture and say hi.
Come on in.
Come on. Everybody wants to see your beautiful face.
For the record, I do not have a face cam yet, but this is my ugly mug.
Nah, you're a cute guy.
It's a beautiful face.
Beautiful face.
I'll put the link to that his Twitch channel in the description as well, so you guys can check him out there.
One of my lovely moderators.
I am one of the mods for his channel. It is a fun time. A lot of fun. It's a good chat too. It's pretty active. We have a good time. No issues yet, which is good.
So what are you talking about? You know I don't know what the fuck you were saying.
So Tyree is a video game streamer.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he does that 2 times a week. We'll to stream. I'm one of the mods, so I'll go in there and just keep an eye on the chat, make sure nothing stupid's happening.
Right.
Do anything stupid or dumb. He's got a lot of auto features in there too that protect that, but anything goes out of hand, I can block people or time them out. So it's fun. But Tyree's been streaming for how long now?
It's been about 2 or 3 months now, actually.
Oh, so you're new at it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we're working to get him not verified. What's the Twitch term? Affiliate?
Affiliate and partner.
Yeah, so we're trying to get an affiliated partner, and then from there he can
Well,
start.
hopefully we can help him out with that.
Hopefully, and then he can start getting some people start subbing to him.
There you go.
So that'll be the goal. We'll plug him once he starts. Once we can start subbing to him. But yeah. So that was our Austin. Steve Austin Broken Skull IPA review.
I'm very impressed, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, honestly, looking at the can and Steve Austin, but it was pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely a solid IPA, for sure.
The only thing I hoped was it made me talk like Steve Austin, and it did.
What? So the last thing I want to touch on now, we bring back to Teddy. It's called Tavern Talks to Teddy. Not a lot of Teddy tonight.
No, it's okay. I took a back seat, and we really. I think our guest did a great job of explaining, the wrestling realms. It was very cool.
I will say too, I don't think Teddy knew he had it in him, but he basically hosted for a bit of this show too when it was a little bit off camera. So
Oh yeah, I picked up.
I'd say he did pretty good tonight
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I had some questions off the top of my head.
Teddy was ready to go.
I told you I was ready. I think I
Teddy
think
came fired.
the whole facet of wrestling was very intriguing.
He dumped the pucks in, got him deep.
You gotta get them deep.
go deep.
Yeah, you gotta get those legs pumping, man.
So last thing I want is I want Teddy to kind of be back in the forefront here for this last little bit. Tell us about the new beer you're brewing.
So right now I'm doing just a basic traditional double IPA. I brewed it on the new Anvil Foundry system that I got for Christmas, and it took me a while. It was probably like 6-hour process, but I had to set up the equipment and screw everything in, get the tubes in, and lock them in, and do everything like that. But it was a lot of fun, and it takes a month to brew, which I'm disappointed in. I wish it was a little bit quicker. But when that is done, we will bring it on the show and we'll rate it. So we'll rate it against the Steve Austin and see if my IPA gets a better rating.
Well, I gotta say then, if that's the case, you're never gonna beat Steve Austin.
Nah, I don't know, man. This is a strong beer.
The fact that I hit him at a 316 for his rating means you're
That's
not.
basically a 10.
What?
What?
But boys, let's do a quick cheers to that. I gotta say, good episode with the first guest, Tyree in here.
Tyree. Cheers.
Brent, we appreciate you coming around, hanging out with us today. Tavern Talks with Teddy.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come back anytime, man. It was a fun episode, and I'm really honored to have you as our first guest.
So you can.
Thank you, Pete.
Well, you got so serious for a minute. I got nervous. I was going to know what it was going to go out. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Links to his Instagram will be in the description at the end of this episode, along with on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube channels. Links to Tyree's Twitch channel will be there too, so you can give him a follow. Hopefully start subbing once he's affiliated with Twitch. Our profiles are always there. You know where to find us. Tavern Talks with Teddy on Instagram.
Teddy Brews.
Teddy Brews.
Nicky Bada Bing on Instagram.
Nicky Bada Bing, Greg_Masterzo, all that's in the description. We're just talking at this point. Find us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, and we can't do it on Spotify yet, but I think you can rate on Apple Music. Rate us 5 stars out of 5 on Apple Music, YouTube. Give us a like. Throw a comment in there. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you didn't like. Appreciate the feedback too in the last few episodes. Got a few messages about the sound. Working on that. Hopefully it's getting better for this one. Fingers crossed, we never really know.
Yeah, let us know about that sound quality because it really pissed me off last episode. So hopefully it turned out good. So let us know.
Yeah. So once again, Tavern Talks with Teddy. I'm Greg.
I'm
That's
Teddy.
Teddy. Brandon Rivera, a.k.a. Damon Dark. Our live audience, Tyree.
Have a day.
There we go.